amazing music. I could keep playing on and on. All his tracks are amazing, and he's watching right now, and I know what it is. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another 3 is the magic number. Dice at home. I had a small trip to Berlin with a few friends of mine, and we had an amazing time right here, right now. Special thanks to the whole Green Berlin crew, the whole studio complex. Thank you so much for all your hospitality. We had an amazing time. For all of y'all who missed that, I think I put a little clip on my IGTV. Also on my IGTV, you will find the past shows with Paco Zuna, Silvi Lotto, Diplo, Joseph Cabriati, Car Greg, Stacey Pull, and on and on and on, William Joko. So if you missed any of those episodes, go back, IGTV, you find everything. And right now, it's time for a very special guest, a dear friend of mine. We have a funny story. Somebody put it right now in the chat, a cow story. Let's see if he remembers. And first of all, let's see if I find him. As you know, my fingers... Everything works perfect. That must be a miracle. Tell me he's there. Ladies and gentlemen, pick up the phone. Mathew!
What's up?
I can hear you. Everything works fantastic, man. That's amazing. That's amazing. How are you, my brother?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
You good?
Enjoying a relaxing Sunday.
Amazing. I was in Berlin. I didn't tell anyone.
And me.
Yeah, I know, because it was a kind of quarantine situation. We didn't want to mix up, and everybody was like, you know what? We're going public with this, with the phones and everything. We don't want the cops in the studio, you know, seeing like 1,000 guys going crazy on hip-hop music. And I'm like, I think I'm going to call. No, I want to see him live. I want to talk with him in front of the people and enjoy this very special moment. Bro, do you remember the cow story in Colombia?
Yeah, you and me, I think it was one of our first times in Medellin, and we were at an after party in the forest. We decided that it would be a good idea. I think this is after I review.
No, bro, not we decided. You decided it would be a great idea.
I thought it'd be a good idea for us to go into the forest and chase cows, and we ended up going and chasing the cows, and then we turned around and came around this big tree, and all of a sudden there was a massive bull standing there grunting at us and pawing its like feet, ready to attack us.
Man, we were fast.
We got the hell out of there quickly.
But do you remember at the end what happened?
At the end? Well,
you picked a fight with me. You wanted to fight me. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember fighting you. Yeah. I know. You told me that it was a really expensive shirt that I ripped too. I'm sorry about that.
It doesn't matter. We were young, wild, and free. It was crazy, man.
Young, wild, and free in Medellin.
The poor promoters. I remember they were like looking at us like, "Who did we invite it in here, please?"
I went back and played for those guys last year. It was like the first time in 10 years.
Amazing, man. Every time I go to Medellin, they remind me, the old school guys remind me of that story, man.
It was the same promoter.
Yo, you guys wanted to chase the cows, and then the bull turned up. And I'm like, no, it wasn't us. It was his idea. I was just following him to secure him.
These kind of ideas are always my idea, aren't they?
Love it,
bad
man.
ideas.
Love it. So everybody in the house, let me give them a proper introduction about you. And, you know, as always, I take all your biographies, I mix them around, copy paste them in the way I think I should represent them. So here it is. I would like to introduce our guest for tonight's show, Mr. Mathew Jonson, a.k.a. Freedom Engine, member of the Cobblestone Jazz, Circle of Life, Modern Deep Left Quartet, Midnight Operator, and Mr. and Mrs. Jonson. Born in Vancouver, Canada, Mathew studied classical piano as a kid. No wonder. Plus jazz drumming and played drums in a marching band. Thanks to his father's work as a musician, he also got his hands on synthesizers at the age of 9. When he was 19, Mathew met up with the crew that would be called themselves Cobblestone Jazz and the Modern Deep Left Quartet. He says, It was all improvised. We never really worked in the studio. We would just meet up at the nightclub and jam. That's how it started. His first record in 2001 was the first release on It Is What It Is. Another followed in 2002, and in 2003. That year, he also made his first appearance on Perlon. And then suddenly, he was everywhere. Substatic, Arbutus, Compact, Minus, and so on. And every track was an anthem till now, plus a legendary fabric mix. In 2005, he co-founded Wagon Repair and moved to Berlin. And now here he is with us. Please welcome Mr. Mathew Jonson!
What up? That was good.
Man, I could write more and more because, man, how do you do that? So many tracks and unbelievable tracks. Bro, you know, when I moved to electronic music, I was a house guy. But when I discovered minimal music in that time in Ibiza, and I was one of the first with Steve Bach and Ricardo who played minimal music, and your records came in, and it was like a blessing. You changed the whole scene. And you didn't even know that, right?
No. Yeah, no, I had no idea. I mean, I was just like a kid in Canada at the time,
and you had them all stored on your hard drives.
I had no idea. Yeah, because I essentially just released all that music that I'd made in the last like years before, kind of all at once. And so yeah, it just kind of hit with like so many different records all at once. And I mean, to be honest, I mean, I wish I could be that productive these days. Although in the lockdown now, I am a lot more productive than when I was touring.
But yeah, because your mind is free and you're more relaxed. I think the jet lag is not hurting a lot. The sleep, the proper, I go to work, what we normally try to do.
Being really nice having some time off. Like this is the first time I've had real studio time in 18 years.
What is your favorite instrument right now? Or let's say, are you more now into, I know you love hardware a lot, but is there something like, for example, I had Stacy on the last show and he said, you know what, I'm a Logic guy. I wanted to check out Ableton and that was the right time. Did you do anything special or different?
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually in my studio right now. So this one is the one that I'm really getting into at the moment.
Oh yeah, I remember you showed me the picture in Vietnam, huh?
Massive, yeah, it's a Rhodes Chroma, and so that's kind of that's what I'm trying to learn because it's really complicated actually.
So day in, day out.
I'm trying to get into that, but yeah, I'm having a chance now to get into all of this equipment that like a lot of the stuff that I own, I don't actually really know how to use that well. So now I'm really I'm learning a lot of things.
So one by one, that's a massive piece of baby. And I see some guys in the chat going crazy right now seeing that piece of
I know
art.
This thing is crazy. Yeah, it's amazing. Really next level.
Where did you get it from?
I got it from Cologne actually. Well, the bottom piece here I got from Cologne, and the top piece came from a guy's name's Randall in the States, and he actually custom makes these one by hand. So. Yeah. No, I got it last year. It's like some kind of a dream come true. I'm glad I got it last year before we stopped working.
You did a track already? You used a couple of sounds from it?
To myself in the studio.
You used already a couple of sounds from it in any of yours? Yeah.
Yeah. It's all over like basically like what I've been doing since the lockdown is I just took on remixes because I never had time to do remixes for people before. So now essentially instead of saying no to everybody, now I'm actually saying yes. And so I just been remixing like crazy. So this thing's on every single track I'm making. It's
perfect. I got two songs for you. I'm going to send you later.
Also this thing here, this memory moog.
Yeah.
It's like my new bass line essentially. That's like these two things I'm just going crazy with.
I said, now I know you open for remixes. I'm going to send you right after this conversation. You heard it. He's doing a remix.
Now is the time.
Now is the time to ask. Bro, 3 is the magic number. Thank you so much for being a part of this amazing show that we started out of nowhere, and I'm so blessed to have you all on board and talk to you a little bit deeper. And yeah, it's a funny thing because 3 is the magic number. So let's start with your first favorite piece thing. I don't know what it's going to be.
Okay. Yeah, the first, I mean, I'm not going to talk about gear. I'm going to show you robots. I'm going to show you robots instead. So this little guy, he's a robot from Japan from the 80s. He's called a Heroid. And with this thing here, you can actually make him, hello, let me see if it works. Hello? Hello? Ah, now he's not working. Now he's not working. Maybe if I turn up the volume. Let's see here. Check, check, check. No. Okay.
No.
So, technical issues. Anyways, when you talk, his eyes light up and everything, and yeah. Oh, there you go. You can see him. He's kind of starting to work. He wants to say hello, but
he speaks Japanese, or he
speaks Japanese. Yeah. No. The cool thing is that you with this remote control you can it's like super old school. You press record on this tape recorder. Right? It's a tape. Super old school.
Wow.
And then you can drive him around when you hit record, and then say things into it, and then he can kind of like drive around your house and
say the same things.
Yes, or serve people drinks or whatever. I love these things. I love these robots. They're amazing. So that's the first one.
You spend a lot of money in gadgets, and I know you're a big Japan fan. You
right? Yeah. No, I've been in love with Japan even before I went. Like just kind of like all the anime stuff and sorry for the horrible camera here. I'm just trying to change the battery so I can show you this other robot. Hopefully this one will light up. Yeah, and
hey,
yeah,
to everybody out there, now you know why Matthew
collecting all these robots.
Hey, Matthew, I just want to say, now we know why you make amazing, crazy music, man. It's this crazy interview I'm having with you, the camera upside down, trying to fix something while talking to me.
So this is the second one.
You ready? That's the second one.
This is the second one. And
oh, we're not there yet. Wait, you're too fast, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, give me a minute. I want to talk to you. I'm here. You're too fast. That's my show. I tell you when to show the second one.
Okay.
You're fucking up the arrangement.
Okay. What do you want to do? You're the boss. You're the boss. You tell me what you want. I got robots for days.
I love it, man. I love it. Hey, can I ask you one question? You know, I always do the stupid questions in between. So the first stupid question, you're from Canada. So is it maple syrup or honey for you?
Maple syrup.
You say maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
Which one is your favorite brand? You got a favorite brand, the original one that we all buy in the supermarkets, or is there a special underground one?
Oh yeah, no, I don't know the brands, but I usually buy the C grade stuff because that's like the stuff that's really rich in all the minerals.
And you put them on your cereal or on waffles?
You know, like, I mean, right now I'm kind of on this thing where I'm not eating so much sugar, but if I'm cooking normally, I put maple syrup in my stir fries. I put maple syrup on my pancakes. I put like anything where I want to sweeten something, I pretty much use maple syrup instead of sugar or honey or anything like that.
So you're a proper Canadian.
I love maple syrup. Yes, I'm a proper Canadian. Yes. Yes. If you talk to a Canadian that doesn't like maple syrup, there's something wrong.
Something is wrong for sure, huh?
Yeah.
Bro, I have another question, you know. I hope it's not something that I'm taking up front from your favorite things. You're a huge Star Wars fan.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Yeah.
What I've seen in the back, is that Lego or is it just the real figures?
Okay. No, what you're seeing in the back is actually Lego.
That's Lego.
And that's this like classic old 928 Lego thing that came out in the 80s. I had this as a kid, and one day my parents sold all my Lego, and so
you kept that one.
I bought it again because I still wanted it because I'm a kid. No, but I love Star Wars. Like I've got like so much crazy Star Wars stuff. Like here, you can see there's a walker there.
Yes, man.
And then there's this I think it's like Darth Vader's spaceship or something. And then if you go up top with me here, whoop, then there's the Millennium Falcon and this.
Wow.
TIE fighters. all kinds of no, I collect this stuff.
You're crazy. But we know all this, that you are crazy anyway. So, okay, let's go back to your second favorite thing. What was this? That's an owl?
Okay, so this little guy, yeah, he's a owl. Same company, Tomy, from the 80s. And he gets up and like walks around, or he'll sit on his perch.
Do you find those things like when you walk around in Shibuya or wherever you are, or do you especially?
Yeah, I find them all over the place. Yeah.
Or you just specially, you know, you want to go, and because you're a collector, you go to those.
But I collect them. I know what they are. Yeah. That's my little owl. You know, these are the things that keep me company in the studio when I'm working.
Bro, you need a proper exercise. What's your favorite exercise?
Well, the exercise I wanted to show you is it's actually something to work out your fingers. I play a little bit of piano. And,
so you have those.
There's something funny that we're taught in Canadian schools when we grow up. I'll show you here. Just put I'm sorry, I'm like the worst camera angle person in the world here for you. I'll put my phone like this. All right. Can you still hear me okay?
I hear you, bro.
You're like, hey, bro, get a tripod for your phone and sit it so it's like professional with your camera angles and everything. When we did the test, he's like, you got to be on the right-hand side so that you're not in the comment section and everything. I'm like, whoa! Sorry, anyway.
Bro, you fucked up the rotation big time. You're like, I am not stressed and not confused. I'm loving it, bro. Thank you for this fresh wind.
So do you want me to show you the exercise that we're going to do?
Yes, please. I love you.
You're going to do this with me 3 times?
Yes. I have to stand up, or it's just with the hands?
It's just your hands. You have to put your hands together like this. Okay? Now, take the 2 little fingers, stay together. These ones cross. The next 2 fingers cross. Then these fingers you put over top. Then these fingers you put underneath. Yeah. And then you put your thumbs together. And then you've got a bird. What's up, Dice? What's going on over there? You like that? Okay, so that was once. We got to do it 3 times, right? Okay, little fingers together. Next one's crossing. That's crossing. Next one's over top. Next one's underneath. And I think my bird's looking a little bit better than yours. Okay, 3rd exercise. Let's try that again.
Matthew, one thing I'm gonna do after I hang up with you. 2 things. You're gonna do a remix. I'm gonna tell my agent, if this COVID-19 bullshit stops finally, I want to play with you again, as many times as possible. But for sure, not 2 in a row. I need my space in between. Bro, let's do this again.
Okay, ready. Okay. Everybody out there watching, you guys can do this too. All right, fingers together here. Cross the next ones. These ones go over top of those ones. And then next you go underneath.
Why is this up? What did I forget there?
This one here, like we're here, cross. And then over top, and underneath.
I fucked it up, man.
You want to interview this guy for the rest of the show?
Yeah, hey, yo, how you doing, man?
Sure, man, let's talk. What do you want to know? You want me to tell you some shit?
Bro, I have a question. Way back in school.
Yeah.
Was it you that kid that had to go outside and go to principal's office, or was it someone else?
No, I was pretty good in school actually. Like until about high school, I was pretty good in school. I was like pretty well behaved.
And then you started to be like getting bored because you knew what you want to be, or
in high school, yeah, I started getting kind of bored, and I just wanted to hang out with girls and you know, go and smoke and chill on the beach and stuff. So I was skipping a lot of school. Actually, I did get pulled in to the principal's office right the week before I graduated. And they said, Matthew, I don't know how you've managed to keep your grades high enough to get into university because you've only been in school 1/3 of the year. The rest of the time you skipped it. And so then that's when all of a sudden I got called out. I was like, how am I getting away with this for so many years? But then at the end, they were kind of like, we didn't talk to you because you kept your grades up somehow. So yeah, but no, but I didn't. To be honest, I wish I would have paid more attention and learned more. I wish I would have.
We all wish.
School, like especially learning more languages. You know, it's like I took Spanish and French in school.
How are you?
So useful. I have a wife who speaks Spanish now. You know, it's like why don't I speak Spanish?
There's a translator right away.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a translator right away. Matthew, I want to see the third one now.
You want to see the third one?
You want to see the third one?
Okay. All right. So the third one is, and excuse me again. I know this is not very good camera placement, but I'm going to show you. This one is how it's, you know, it's summertime here in Berlin and trying to stay cool. So this one is a studio fan.
There's a ventilator, a robot ventilator.
A robot ventilator, yeah.
That's crazy. Where you got that from?
This one I found in a pawn shop.
Where?
I think it was in Canada actually. Yeah, because a lot of the time I'll go and I'll be looking for synthesizers and I find all this weird stuff. But yeah, no, that's my studio fan.
And it works with, it's not battery. It works. It's a real fan.
Yeah, it's a real fan. Yeah, it's a real fan.
You're trying to get closer. You think I'm gonna get some wind?
Yeah. Yeah. Here, you cool? Here, let me help cool you off, buddy. So yeah, that is the robot.
Bro, you gave them names? You have names for them?
Yeah, actually, no, I don't have names for any of the robots. I should. You'd think I was freaky enough to name them. We also collect stuffed animals from Japan at home, and they all have names. But yeah, the robots don't have names.
Bro, next time I'm coming, I have to see more. This is some crazy shit, man. I knew you.
Come over to our house. You can meet Tuna. You can meet Mr. Seeley.
Amazing, man.
Elephant.
Amazing, man. Amazing, man. That's amazing. Bro, is there anything coming out now, music-wise? Or what about the label?
Yeah.
You still treating the labels and you bringing some stuff by other people out? Or is it still really your own stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm losing you.
Have really slowed down with the labels. I mean, essentially, like we used to do it as a big group, and there was a big staff and everything, and that kind of just petered out over time. So now it's just me. I maybe release one record or two per year on each of the labels because I've got Freedom Engine and It Is What It Is and Wagon Repair. But yeah, there's not a whole lot coming out. But I'll still do it from time to time. In terms of new stuff I've got coming out, I just did a remix actually for Isis Kuegerand, my wife, and that's called Two Faces.
There's a beautiful video to it.
Yeah, nice one. And so that just got released actually on the 26th, which also was our 5-year wedding anniversary. Actually,
amazing.
5 years since we met each other. Yeah. And so that's what just got released. Next up, there'll be some remixes coming out, but they haven't been announced yet, so I can't announce them yet. So there's a whole whack of remixes coming out.
Wow.
I think there'll be eight remixes coming out
Wow.
in the next month that I've been doing since the shutdown. I've also been working on finishing a record for LMD Records, which is kind of like a breakbeat track called
That
Imagination.
was my question. What was coming now? Are we expecting some more breakbeat or kind of hip hop
Yeah.
stuff? I mean, I know you're a huge hip hop head, bro.
I just played I just prepped up a new live set. The whole thing's at 140 and it's all electro.
Wow.
Yeah. So and that's all, and it's all pretty much like new music. So I've been doing remixes, but I've also been writing a lot. But it's kind of I'm a big fan of D-Bridge, and I was asking him, I'm like, what kind of tempos are you playing right now? Like, because he always kind of sounds kind of futuristic in some ways with the stuff he's doing, and he was telling me that he really loves 140 electro. And then I got asked, a friend of mine, his name's Liam. I've done a remix for him, and that was also at 140 BPM, and I was like, 140? It's like, what am I going to do up there? And but actually with 808 kind of electro beats on it, sounds sick.
It's swinging, man. It's swinging. You know, I did an electro beat lately, kind of electro beat for Johnny Art Department's Beatport series, Music Against Animal Cruelty, and it's funny that you're saying that. I mean, I always discovered this kind of breakbeat in your music, always, you know, and it was always funny how much people always say, like, wow, Mathew Jonson is actually the minimal man and everything, but you always refer to yourself as, hey guys, that's trance, actually, what I'm doing right here. That's trance, you know?
Yeah,
and it's funny, and people like me, for me, it was not really minimal or something. It was electro. I mean, when you hear decompression, or which one, the Magic True, not Magic True Music, which one was it? The one on Substatic. I forgot the name, doesn't matter. It's complete. It's complete breakbeat, and I'm loving it that you're gonna do something. It's gonna be as Mathew Jonson, or you're gonna find another AKA something for it to not confuse the people.
I mean, I like confusing the people.
I know.
I like I don't know if you've read the Sun Ra Spaces the Place book, but this you know, like his whole basis on the way he was releasing music and changing the titles of things and changing things. Like, he was always trying to kind of like confuse people, almost kind of like a Buddhist cone or something like that, you know, where it kind of makes the brain kind of jog and you have to think.
Full alert. I mean, this is the best. I love our fans when they are like really on full alert and they sense like, what is he trying to do right now, you know? And that's being an artist, bro. It's amazing. So it's gonna be full electric.
Yeah, I've been doing that. Sorry, go ahead.
I just saw that Yuki is in the chat, and and a lot of people are in the chat, and they're dropping names that I never heard before, but it's great, man. So I got to do my homework right after and learn about this, but I'm really excited to hear this music. Beside that, is there like any, what I just mentioned in your biography that you did like the fabric mix, you know? You ever thought of doing, again, like kind of mix series where you can expand yourself a little bit wider on tape?
Yeah. I mean, the last album that I did, like I did it under the alias Freedom Engine. That was actually like the first time that I really did a conceptual album that was meant to be a listening experience from beginning to end. All my other albums were kind of like, they're more like compilations, like they're just kind of like tracks all thrown together from many different places. But for that one, it was actually Billy from City Fox who kind of gave me the idea. He's like, you should do like a mix CD or something like that. And so it turned into that. And it felt really good. It's like doing something different, you know? So now that I've got certainly more time on my hands, you know, these kind of things will probably come more into fruition, I think.
Perfect, man. Amazing. What is your when this all started and everything, what is the country that you miss most, you want to go right away and play for? With all the respect to all the other countries, of course, to stay correct.
I want to go back. I want to go back to Canada and play for my mom.
Amazing. Your mom is a big fan. She likes all your music.
Yeah, my mom comes to the clubs actually with me. She's and it's awesome. Like my mom's a registered nurse. She's actually working in the hospitals right now. and respect. And yeah, and she like, I've taken her on tour. We went to Istanbul. She came to the club with me. I went to Greece. She was with me in the club playing in Athens.
Amazing.
She loves it. She dances. She hangs out in the DJ booth.
Amazing.
And like, she actually really loves watching DJs playing.
Does she have a favorite track of you?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I mean, maybe she does, but I don't know what it is.
That would be interesting to ask her and find out what is your favorite track. I mean, she likes her son, of course. She likes all his music, but you never know. Maybe she paid attention to something.
Yeah, no, it's funny. My mom, like, I remember a few years back when Nicholas Jar was just kind of arriving on the scene, and my mom kind of came out of nowhere. She's like, "Have you heard of Nicholas Jar?" Like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
That's amazing, man. Mathew.
I've come into the room and found my mom at home by herself listening to Aphex Twin. Like, it's like, what? It's just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, my mom's very open-minded. I mean, both my mother and father are both music lovers. You know,
amazing.
My dad's also now, like, he's touring in New Zealand and playing guitar and ukulele and stuff. And yeah, they love music.
Perfect, man. I love it, man. I see in the chat there are two annoying girls. I'm gonna block them after. Really annoying. Yeah, not cool. Whoever it is, I'm not gonna give them the platform to shout out their names right now, but just be aware, I'm gonna block you girls. Anyway, there it is, behind the mirror on Substatic. Thank you, bro. Who is that?
Yeah,
that it is. That's the one. That's the one.
There it is.
That's the one. Behind the mirror, man. This track. Oh. And it brought emotion in me, of course, with the little helpers. But, oh, man, that track still #1, man. And you know what? I have to tell you something. All my tour managers and all the sound guys I ever had, they all do with one track the sound check. And that is Return of the Zombie Bikers. Because it got the low-end frequency and it got the highest pop-up. It's crazy, man. And everyone uses this track to sound check. And when this sounds perfect, sound check done. Everything is amazing.
Right.
Yeah, I never told you that, right?
That's wicked.
I never told you that, I think, right?
Yeah, no, that's wicked, man.
It's crazy, man. And I never thought about it, you know. And everyone, all the guys, they're like, yo, that's the track. That's the reference. I'm like, okay, got it.
Great. All right. That's unity.
Amazing. My brother, thank you so much for being a part of 3 is the Magic Number. And I wish you nothing but the best. Give a big, big hug and a big kiss to wifey. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday. And yeah, next time I'm in Berlin, I'll let you know. Because I'm coming now. I'm going to come a couple of times more now to Berlin to hang out. I needed to get out of here. I was the whole time in Düsseldorf. I needed to get out.
And come on, man. You're always welcome in the studio.
Yes, yes, yes. This for sure, man. But you're gonna drive me crazy. But I think I smoked a big blunt before, so I stay calm at least, and I let your wizard fingers run in that.
That's what I'm gonna do right now.
This side. Mathew, thank you so much, my brother.
Thanks for having me, man. Nice talking to you.
Thank you, bro.
Take care, man. Ciao.
Ciao. So, everybody, there he is. Bam. Mathew Jonson, my brother. So you all heard the magic moments that we had in Colombia and Medellin. If you like all the music that I've been playing from all the guests, prepared a nice playlist for you all on Spotify. So just follow me on Spotify. You'll find a couple of playlists. And don't forget, every Sunday, 9 o'clock, 3 is the magic number. I'm a bit tired. I was playing a little bit of hip hop with my friends at Green Berlin. I love you all. Stay safe. Peace. See you all soon.